But let's look at this here full screen. These are the possible NFL MVP candidates this season. Stephen A., give us your list. Number one first.
These are the possible MVP candidates, this list right here?
Yeah, well, from their production so far. You may have someone.
This is
go anywhere you want.
Anywhere you want to.
Got it. This is obviously, America needs to know, this is obviously a trick question on the part of Skip Bayless.
Okay.
Skip Bayless is trying to sabotage me on First Take.
Okay.
I dare say a legitimate argument could be made that Skip Bayless is quietly trying to get me fired.
Is that what he's
That's
doing?
what he's trying to do,
Okay.
or get America to laugh at me.
Okay.
This is one of the other.
Not get you fired, laugh. Laugh, only laugh.
That's right. Let me tell you why.
I don't want to get you fired,
because
man.
Skip knows that it's sick to my stomach. I need you too, bro.
Yeah.
But Skip knows that it makes me sick to my stomach to say what I'm about to say.
Oh.
But at this particular moment in time, my league MVP, especially in the aftermath of San Diego's loss to Kansas City, because it would have been Phillip Rivers, my league MVP right now at this moment is DeMarco Murray for the Dallas Cowboys. I cannot believe that we have this question. This is a setup by Skip Bayless.
What's that?
What's to laugh at?
Listen, because you know that's the last thing I want to admit.
Is that what this?
I have no issue, by the way, with DeMarco Murray.
Of course.
I love him.
Yeah.
It's a cowboy.
Yeah.
But I have to admit
Yeah.
You
that
don't
right
have to.
now I have to.
You can go another direction.
In the interest of fairness, I have to admit that if I had a league MVP vote and it had to be given right now, it would be DeMarco Murray, the running back for the Dallas Cowboys, who I believe is primarily responsible for their resurrection. It is because of DeMarco Murray that the Dallas Cowboys have the leading rushing attack in the NFL. It is because of DeMarco Murray that they lead the league in rushing attempts in the NFL. It is because of DeMarco Murray that Tony Romo has looked as good as he has looked. That the offensive line has looked as good as it looks. That the defense has looked as good as it looks. Because by DeMarco Murray running the football effectively, not to take anything away from that offensive line because they are elite, but we saw that when Joseph Randle or Dunbar ran the football, wasn't nearly as effective as when DeMarco Murray was running it against the New York Giants. This dude is legit. This dude is on pace to carry the ball 427 times. He is averaging 26.7 carries a game. This dude is keeping the ball out of Tony Romo's hands to some degree. I know Tony Romo still throws the football. He still gets his throws in, but it's not a requirement for him to overdo it. So it protects Tony Romo's back. It protects Tony Romo's health. It allows him to make better decisions because you got play action pass at your disposal. And it keeps the defense off the field because he has been moving the chains. These are the reasons that the Dallas Cowboys have only one loss on this season. While a legitimate argument could be made, they only lost the first half of that game against San Francisco to open the season. They could easily be undefeated right now. DeMarco Murray, at this moment in time, in the interest of fairness, which I always am, DeMarco Murray would be the league MVP if the vote were today.
Okay, I agree with that. Now for the trick question. Where would you have Romo on your list?
This is the trick question.
Yeah.
Tony Romo?
This is the
Tony
setup
Romo.
for
Like,
you.
would you put him in your top 10?
All right, sure, but when I think about the MVP list, to me, the only thing that matters is the top five. I don't even think about the bottom five.
There's no way he'd be in your top five.
He would not be in my top five.
Okay,
he
now
would
I'm
not
about to make you sicker at your stomach.
Okay.
No, you're not.
Here we go. This is tough for me because I went back and forth, but I have Tony Romo tied for second on my list, behind, only slightly behind DeMarco Murray, tied with the great Peyton Manning. And I deliberated whether to put Tony Romo a pure second on my list, but because of the greatness of Peyton Manning that was on display on Sunday night, I just couldn't do it. So I'm going to give Peyton a tie for second with Tony Romo. And are you ready for this? I got some numbers for you, my friend.
Tony Romo tie with Peyton.
Yeah.
Okay.
Second half QBR for the whole season. This is in the second half of games. And QBR, for those who don't know yet, it's a comprehensive quarterback stat that combines everything, even your ability to run with the football. Second half QBR, scale of 0 to 100. Tony Romo for the whole year is 95.2 in the second half.
95.2?
That is outrageously off the charts. Yes, 95.2. Peyton Manning in the second halves this year so far is 73.9 QBR.
What?
95.2 to 73.9. On third down this year so far, in all the games played so far, 7 games, Tony Romo's QBR on third down alone is 97.5.
Wait a second.
97.5?
You gotta be kidding me.
Peyton Manning on third down is 88.1, which is outrageously good, but it ain't Tony Romo good.
It ain't 97.5.
No. This sounds like radio stations. You know, Tony should have his own radio station just for his QBR, right? Because we got 95.2 in Dallas and we got 97.5 in Dallas-Fort Worth. Tune in for the Tony Romo Show. This is the new Tony Romo. This is Tony Clutch.
Wait.
This is Tony the accident waiting to happen to the opposition.
You're
to
so
the
mad.
opposition.
He's about to get you.
Tony Clutch. This is the new guy that you're going to have to embrace.
Somebody!
Get him some water.
Give me some water now so I can throw it at you.
No,
you really getting on my nerves. You're really getting on my nerves. You really starting with me now. You really start with me.
You cannot debate those numbers.
Yeah, you know what? Yes, I can, and I'm going to tell you why I can debate. I can tell you why I debate the numbers.
Tied for second.
I can debate the numbers, Skip Bayless, because there's no way he would have those numbers if it were not for DeMarco Murray.
Please.
For you to sit with a straight face, you not say, "Ooh, get me some water." Then I throw it at you. You know, you make me sick. Something you really do. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. DeMarco Murray, if he were not behind Tony Romo and Tony Romo had to step back and just fling that football, he would have been an accident waiting to happen that happened repeatedly. You know it's true. And you sit up here and you're going to literally sit there with a straight face and act like DeMarco Murray had absolutely nothing to do with Tony Romo. Don't make...
Straight. I'm straight. Straight face.
Okay. Oh, my goodness.
I'm not laughing.
Well, oatmeal.
Yeah, you got oatmeal.
There you go.
Yeah,
there we go. Sorry. I appreciate y'all looking out for me. Go ahead.
Well, I am.
Okay. So
I'm just
here's
saying.
the point. Do you remember the throw that Tony Romo made to Des Bryant in overtime against the Houston Texans?
We do remember.
Without that throw, Dallas is going to lose a home game.
Okay.
We all, who can forget
Terrence
the throw, wait a sec, to Terrence Williams at Seattle on 3rd and 20, the great escape, the spin out from Bruce Irvin, the run up the pocket and fling it up the sideline for 20 yards. Is that not the play of the year still in the NFL? If he doesn't make that throw and Terrence Williams doesn't make that catch, but it was a deadly accurate throw, the Cowboys are going to lose that game at Seattle. And what about against your New York Football Giants?
Listen, don't give me throws, Skip.
Okay, the throw to Escobar. Wait a second. The throw to Dez that was the near touchdown in the second half against the Giants. Wait a minute. 9 for 9 in the second half, including all those late throws to Dez. He had 100 QBR in the second half against your Giants.
Skip, I bring up the same thing about the bad man Aaron Rodgers, and you bring up when's the last time he won a Super Bowl, and you praise Tony Romo for the same stuff. He's won one playoff game in 9 years.
I don't care. That's ancient history. Ancient.
Excuse me.
We're talking about 6-1. You admitted to me they should have beaten the San Francisco 49ers.
No, I said they were the better team in the second half.
Okay, they won 14-0 in the second half.
It's 2 halves.
Okay, since halftime of the season opener, has Dallas not been the best team in pro football? They have. So shouldn't Dallas's quarterback be at least tied for second?
No,
with the greatest regular season quarterback in the history of football?
Tony Romo does not compare to Aaron Rodgers. He does not compare to Peyton
Manning. No, he doesn't, because he's better. He's better than Aaron Rodgers. Right now, he's better. He is better. I'm not talking about the big picture.
You know what?
I'm talking about performance.
Conversation's over.
Wait a second.
Tony Romo's better than Aaron Rodgers.
Time out.
Well, what Aaron Rodgers been doing?
After the season opener. What did he say after the season opener on Thursday night? What did he say about Aaron Rodgers?
Time out.
I'm off this bandwagon. I'm done with it.
What did I say?
Because he was disappointed.
Because I said this man is the best in the game. How do you not attack Richard Sherman? Then they went 1-2. Aaron Rodgers told Stephen A. Smith and everybody else, RELAX. Relax. And it's one. By the way, The bottom line is this. Have you seen what Aaron Rodgers has been doing?
Yeah.
And Aaron Rodgers does not have DeMarco Murray. He does not have DeMarco
Murray. They've given up 450 a game for 4 out of 5
Don't give me that.
games.
Don't give me Green Bay's defense. Please. Aaron Rodgers is not held accountable for that. Do I still have oatmeal on me?
No, that's
okay. So what I'm saying to you is that bottom line is Aaron Rodgers. Don't even put Tony Romo in the same breath as Aaron Rodgers. Don't you start. Tony Romo has
performance this year. Who's got the better numbers?
He's got DeMarco Murray. That's what he's got. If I got DeMarco Murray playing behind me and everybody's worried about my running game and that's what they're concerned about, I get to do a lot of things in my passing attack. Absolutely.
Hey,
that matters, Skip.
Dallas
that matters.
Playing close game after close second half game.
Okay.
And who takes over the game? Tony Romo.
DeMarco Murray and DeMarco Murray and Des Bryant were doing their thing. Tony Romo wasn't too shabby, but DeMarco Murray
wasn't
too shabby.
So that's all you have on your list. You got DeMarco Murray first, and then Tony Romo Payton second, tied for second.
Yeah.
Do you have anybody?
I got Rivers fourth and Brady fifth.
Oh, so
Tom Brady deserves at least to be fifth. He probably should be higher, but I'm going to let it go today.
You're going to let it go today. You don't want to let it. Okay, he's going to let that ride.
That's a whole nother discussion for
Brady's fifth.
You know I'm right about
I know you're wrong.
Tied for second.
And
you don't even have him in your top 5?
You're being more disrespectful to DeMarco Murray?
Oh, please. I gave DeMarco number 1 on my list. You know I'm right about this.
Whatever.
And it was a trick question. And now I've held your feet to the fire, and they got burned.
Okay, so wait a second. I'm hearing in the ear that ESPN is now changing the QBR to the Romo BR?
Yeah, Romo BR.
Is that what it's called now? The
That's
Romo
right. Well,
BR.
he owns it in the